Hi, Linda. So we have a complete panel. Hey. For those of you who don't know me, I'm David Fink. For the last decade, I've been entrepreneur in residence at BW Tech South, which is an incubator facility here on campus. And for the last 2 years, I've been serving as UMBC's site miner, and we'll explain more what that means as we go along, for the Maryland Innovation Initiative. So we put together a panel of 4 current recipients from the MAI program, and we thought it's useful for you to hear a little bit about their programs, how they're structured, what the milestones are, and then what some of the outcomes are, so you'd give you a better idea of how to structure your own programs. Okay. I'd like to just provide some information, and I don't want to overlap with Jennifer Hammaker's presentation, but you need a little bit of context before we get started. This was established a few years ago by the Maryland legislature. It's actually got a fair amount of money that goes into participating universities, and the universities have to pay to get into this program. So it's only the primary research universities in Maryland that are participating. A phase 1 grant, which goes to the investigators in the universities, can be up to $100,000. And if you are collaborating with someone else in one of the other universities, it can be up to $150,000. And these are mostly direct cost. So, in fact, it spends like about $150,000 to $200,000 grant in the university. So that's actually substantial funding for programs that are intended to be proof of concept. They're not the primary research projects. These are commercialization projects to promote your project to a next stage of development. And then there are phase 2 and 3 awards that can go to companies that form as a result of the phase 1 grants. Okay. And as I said, if you have a collaborative project, it can actually go up by another $50,000. The award can go up to $50,000. Okay. So in the last 2 years, I break this down by projects. We've had a total of 20 projects that we've submitted to the MII program. And a total of 33 applications altogether. That means some of them have, before they've been funded, have been rejected, and we go back and reapply. So we've had one or two that have been 3 applications already. Out of those 20, we've had 13 projects that are funded, so the hit rates are actually pretty good. And we have 3 more applications pending. So we've only, out of the 20 projects that have been proposed, we've only really stopped working on 2 of those grants applications. So we expect that we have pretty good projects. We select good projects to start with, and we keep resubmitting them until eventually the system allows the grant. Okay. Because they're good, we select good projects, and we actually we're charged, Wendy and I are charged with reviewing the projects and make sure that they're quality projects before they get sent in. So before you can submit an application, you have to have a letter from the site miner and from the Office of Technology Development saying we approve of this, there's IP that's behind the project, and that we'll follow up on the project when it gets funded. Okay. Total of about over $1 million now into UMBC from this project as direct costs. And this is how the projects break out across the university. As you'd expect, most of the inventions on the university are made either in engineering or in the sciences. And so most of our projects have been from these 2 groups, 7 from engineering and information technology, and 5 from natural and mathematical sciences. And we do have 1 project that's from the humanities programs that Linda will talk about, Linda Dustman will talk about in just a minute. We're really trying to find more programs from this. It's a very unusual thing. I don't know how many you have from the humanities, maybe a couple, 2 or 3?
Just 2 or 3.
2 or 3 out of 80 or so. So it's most of the projects, as you would expect, come from science funding from the NIH or NSF projects. So with this introduction, we're going to go ahead. Linda? No, who's first? Sue, I think.
I think it was.
Sue, you're going to be first? Want to give